Good day to you, gentle person, and thank you for joining me. I'm quite excited to show you a rather nice, rather elegantly made escape room today called Is Today Another Day? Or perhaps just another day? Question mark, as the title screen suggests. And yes, I do like a good escape room. I think this one was pretty good. We'll chat about it in critiques a little bit afterwards, but for now, let's just jump in and I'll show you some of the gameplay. I don't go through the whole game. I don't show everything off because I like people to come and play the game and find out for themselves and support it. That's kind of more my desire, my intention here. So we're going to work with that plan in place. I'm going to show you some of the game and some gameplay, and then critiques afterwards. So let's jump in. Is today another day? We've hit the play button. So we are waking up from our bed, and we have a rumpled, just post-sleep bed, and the world is black and white. Just black. What's going on? Why are we so grey and black and white? And in this world of sharply defined lines and not very exciting colors. I quite like this kind of minimalist color scheme, but I realize that for a lot of people this generally means that something is wrong. We have a to-do list that we need to go through that kind of starts us off in the game, and we have some controls on the wall over there. Basically just left click to talk, to look at things, WASD to move around. You can't crouch or anything like that. We can't interact with the lamp. We do have a key on the table, a squished up can, a book, a racing car, and a lamp. And we have here a rather nice postcard saying, "Wish you were here, Mel." Unfortunately, once we take it off, we can't put it back on there, so it's now cluttering our table. But we can put it down a bit more neatly. We can pick up the key and go and put the key in the lock. And that's how we get out of our room, at least. And yeah, so our to-do list starts off with make the bed. Well, we've woken up, so we've managed to scratch wake up off. It's a good start to the day. Actually waking up, not being dead, I think is a valuable bonus. So we've made that bit of the bed, we've made that, and a big tick mark appears. Yes, we've accomplished something. We have made the bed. Now we need to wash the dishes, and we need to also throw out the garbage and change the toilet paper. So let's start by taking this piece of garbage. I don't think any of that is garbage. It's just this bit. And over here's the garbage bin. We can chuck it in there. Now the bin closes, and I thought, oh, does that mean I picked up all the garbage? But no. For example, there is another open can here. Well, we've left a half-open can. Maybe we were eating out of it in depressed funk. I don't know. Anyway, let's pick up the can. The garbage bin opens again. We can put the can in there. And we get a tick mark. We have thrown away our 2 bits of garbage. Our room is now clean again. And that's ticked off. Over here, we have dirty dishes that need washing. So let's turn on the sink. And it's a magic sink that gives us water and washing stuff. And we can take a dish and stick it in the sink. And take another dish. Oh. Okay, well that's clearly not the way to do it, so let's do it the other way around. I think there was a third dish somewhere. There we go. Let's pick up that dish, pop it in the sink. I've played this through Firefox. It worked absolutely fine. I am on Linux as my operating system. Shouldn't really matter, but sometimes it does. So yes, I played through Firefox, got all the way through the end. The game worked perfectly, even with tabs out and things like that, which you normally break, first-person 3D games. But this one, it didn't. It managed just fine. So now I'm on Chrome, and Chrome appears to be working fine as well. Let's try and wash these dishes again. Oh, and we have succeeded. The dishes are all washed. The water drains out. And yeah, we have clean dishes. Whoa, nearly threw that one out the window. We have a nice note from Matt. Hey bro, how are you? We're all worried about you. I think it says, I hope you're okay. Please give us some news. Love, Matt. Let's go put that with our nice postcard, shall we? Right think we have everything, almost everything we need from the room. We need to get a little bit further. Now we need to change the toilet paper. That is our next mission. We've got another lovely card over here. Let's put it here. Now, one thing I do like in escape room type games is a hint system. There's sort of a hint system here. One I'm not that approving of, but it is something. And that is over here. We have a little certain type of cigarette that we can smoke, blow a blast of smoke out with. It's a rather pleasing effect. I like that a lot. And then everything goes a little multicolored and things like that. And then words start appearing. We start getting words. No nap today. Focus. Is it worth trying? Will they remember me if I come back now? Ding dang dong, ding dang ding. That's a clue for that. Music, cool. So there's little hints here that appear after you take a puff that sort of hint at things that you're supposed to do. Not all of them, but some of them. That's about as much of a hint system as the game has. But right, so now we need to change the toilet paper. But this is locked, and this is the bathroom because there's only this door, and this is our main objective door. We need to put the cogs in to open this door, and that is our progression to get a little bit further out. But yeah, we can't do that until we have completed our sort of morning chores. And we can't do that because this door is locked, so where do we find the key? Now let's look around a bit. Now, something I do quite like here is we have this disc, and we can slap it on here and press play. And we have some music. I did notice that when I click on one of the things that zooms in and then I exit out of it, sometimes it's sort of half lost the focus of this game in the browser, but just clicking seems to bring the focus back in. But if you have a slightly more temperamental browser, that might break it a bit. You might have to do some fiddling around to get your focus back. Let's see what else we have. I thought that was something on the floor, but it's actually just a gap in the sunlight from over here. So it's this gap that's come through. It's just showing a little bit of light there. It is not actually something on the floor. Inside here we have this very mysterious swirling ball that we're not sure what to do with yet, but we will find it out. We have another music disc, which we can have a look at in a moment. And that's it. That's everything in the drawer. We don't have any drawers here. We can't open this cupboard. We can open the freezer. Nothing inside the freezer. We've got a nice picture of some friends there. We can open the fridge and we get another mysterious ball. Let's put that just with that one over there. We'll see what to do with those later, but for now we just have them. And we do have some milk. We can actually use this for anything. Seemingly not. I think it's just a thing we can pick up. I don't remember needing that for anything. No. Okay, well, leave it on the cover. No, let's put it back in the fridge. Can't leave the milk out. It'll go funny. So where is our key to get into the bathroom? Why did we lock the bathroom anyway? There's no keys here. There's nothing else to open up here. But what there is our smoke of assistance. Blow it all out. It just disappears and then reappears back there again for another blast when you're ready. And then we wait for the words to appear. Yes, ceiling. Friends. Long time no see. So those are our friends there. Apparently Matt and Mel seem to be our friends. And we're trying to work up the energy, the mental state to go and see them. Now this is This is Grandma's vase. Miss her. And sadly what we need to do is drop the vase. And it breaks open and we find a key inside. Go and use the key in the lock. And that's how we get into the bathroom. It took me a while to figure that out. Unfortunately we can't throw the bits of vase away. And I guess memories of Grandma are now restricted to our memories unless we sit down and repair this when we get back home, and maybe stop leaving the bloody key in the vase. I don't know if there's a way to get it out without breaking it. Seems a little weird to smash a family memorial. Maybe it represents the occasional anger phase of depression and isolation, where you do sort of smash things. But I guess we shouldn't have put the key in there. But alright, we need to replace the toilet paper. So let's grab that, put it there. We've done our chores. We do have a comb. Let's put the comb there so we can remember to comb our hair. We don't actually do that, but it's something that we do. Now we've got another one of the balls. Excellent, we've got 3 of them. Still don't know what they're for yet. And then we have a bath that is full of water. I mean, that's very Japanese. You leave the water in the bath and the water stays warm, but we don't have a hand spray, so I guess it's not Japanese. I don't know. But draining the water does give us our first step towards progression, which is a cog for here. And then what we've done is we have completed our tasks, finished all the chores, and that gives us another sort of step in our progression over here. And we've gotten some of the way there. Now what is our third step? Well, we can have a look at the TV. Let us first of all take another smoke of Clue. Now we have that, which is very interesting, but that we only look at later. And we have that over there, which is interesting. Something 6-2. And I found that particular puzzle involving that code quite nice, because there was a step in it that I didn't expect. This is can't get this laundry jingle out of my head. So if we turn the TV, we get to watch some soccer. Highlights, it would seem. Not kind of my thing, but I'm sure some people like that. Oh, it went in. When we switch it again, we have this jingle. Da, 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 da. And we have this little emblem of the leaf, and I struggled with this because also I was playing this on in Firefox, and this was very, very quiet. I couldn't really hear the jingle. It's very, very quiet. So I was like, what is going on? And this is the one that I sort of got stuck on for ages, and I went around in circles until I managed to just hear that. And then also, if you smoke it, the words appear above here, ding dang, ding 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 dang, or something like that, whatever it is. So what you need to do is, if you go and use the piano, you see the emblem here, and you can go ding 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 ding, and that opens this, and we get our final cog. And we have in fact opened the next part of our progression. So we have done a step towards getting out, which I don't think gets crossed off there, even though we got the tick. Nevertheless, this leads us through to the next room with slightly more interesting puzzles, where we have another ball here. The balls actually go into this thing over here in a particular order, in a particular layout, and that's that is as far as I'm going to take things. We look inside here. Oh, there's nothing in there. And there is a code over here, and this thing needs to be done. We've got another music CD over here. We have we have this rather nice thing. I don't know if this particularly involves a puzzle, but it is a rather nice little thing to fiddle with. I like this quite a lot. It's our house, as we can see. There's the kitchen, the living room. Here's the room that we are in at the moment. There's our bedroom. There's the bathroom. Doesn't tell us what's coming in the future, but it is something. It is something. And yeah, so the music CD has a code, the other one, and all of that kind of thing. And I'm going to leave it to you guys to figure it out. Oh, there's a ball over there. And that's where I'm going to stop the gameplay. Let's look out the window and enjoy the view. And yeah, if you're just here for the gameplay, thank you for watching. I hope the puzzles don't stump you. There are some more in the near future. Some of them quite tricky, some of them quite interesting. I enjoyed them a lot. I thought they were good escape room puzzles. I thought they were a good reference to kind of breaking out of, I suppose, a kind of depression and self-imposed isolation, and trying to get to finally see your friends. I liked the ending. I thought it was clever. I thought it was well done. I thought it was very European really in feeling. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, so I do heartily recommend playing through this game, figuring the puzzles out, and enjoying it. The link is in the description. Come and give it a play. So that's it for the gameplay. So just please like if you liked the video, or dislike if you disliked it, and drop me a comment telling me why you liked it or disliked it, because that's the only way I'm going to make better videos for you. I'm trying to learn anyway. I'm trying to work my way through, so obviously don't feel compelled to do it, but it would help and I would appreciate it. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more indie games reviewed. I do a game a day, and that is hopefully reward enough for subscription. Yeah, and that's it for the gameplay part. Let's talk about the UI. There are no quality of life controls or anything like that. There's no menu. If I press escape, we don't get out to a menu or anything. Yeah, now we've broken the screen control, so let's maximize it out again. Yeah, it could do that. There's obviously no tutorial. I mean, I suppose this thing on the wall kind of counts as a tutorial. There's no that's about all there is. The game is meant to be a puzzle. Obviously, you're supposed to work things out. I don't know if kind of novices to the escape room would have that good a time here, because that's quite difficult to figure out what you're supposed to do and how you engage with the puzzles, as it were. So yes, something a little bit more tutorially might be nice. I guess the accomplish the tasks thing counts as that, but I don't know. A couple of the puzzles I had a slight issue with. I suppose we're jumping to the gameplay, but I didn't like the music puzzle because I was convinced there would be like music notes or something written somewhere. So it might be nice, instead of ding dang ding or something like that, maybe the music notes are above the wall here or something like that. When you had your puff. I don't know. Something would have been nice to hint a little bit with that puzzle, because I thought it was more complicated than it was, rather than just using CDE. Something would have been nice there. Maybe in the first music CD, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe it is there. I'm not sure. Yeah, and so that kind of puzzle, the key code was quite nice. I also didn't like the puzzle in the next room with the thing in your way. I found it very kind of trial and error rather than working out the solution. I don't know, it was fine. Something that gave a bit more of a hint maybe would have been nice. I kind of just brute forced my way through it by poking at it until it all resolved itself. Actually, that might be a good representation of the grind of getting out of depression or something. I also didn't really like the whole smashing the vase puzzle. I found it a little bit arbitrary. Like I did it because it's a fun thing to do in games. You grab a vase and you go, oh, I bet I can smash this, and you smash it and you get the key. But that sort of took me out of the theme, as it were. I mean, it's still good, I still like it, but I feel a better reason presented to smash the vase, to kind of lead us down that path might have been nice. This puzzle is quite clever though. I like this one. with these and things like that. I thought that was very good. I enjoyed that a lot. Yeah, I mean that's it. I don't know why I'm jabbering around the gameplay first. The sounds are quite nice. I like the music. I like the music that came from the CDs. I found the sounds very pleasing, very chilled, very retro. The footsteps are nice. Occasionally, when I shift and I'm looking at something, I'll hear a little footstep, which is me having moved a little bit, but it does sound like someone else is in the room, and it adds a wonderfully creepy vibe. Not intentional, I know, but I enjoyed that quite a lot. The artwork, I mean, this game is beautiful. Look at this, I love this sort of line work, like almost vector work, minimalist effect to represent a kind of state of life that we're in. I liked the way the ending brought color. I thought the game visually is an extravaganza. Artwork I like. Maybe a few. I didn't really like the sounds of the TV. The piano was quite nice, maybe a little bit muted. And like I said, I don't like the fact that there's no quality of life sound controls. It would be nice to be able to turn up the background sounds a little bit, I guess. I don't know, to adjust them. And maybe a visual representation of some of the sounds would be nice. Like if you're listening to a significant sound, sort of the music should appear on the wall, something like that, just to for people who can't hear very easily. That would be nice. That would be useful, and maybe subtitles for this as well, just to make those who can't hear terribly well or can't listen, maybe broken hearing, sounds, headphones or something like that. It would open the game up to them a little bit. I think there's just the 2 puzzles that actually have a sound element to them. So adding a visual representation for those would be a very valuable addition to the game, I feel. Yeah, and I mean that's it. That's really all the complaints I have. I think the immersion of finding out who we are is built into kind of our friends talking to us, and the kind of the call at the end and things like that. Yeah, I think from that element the game is beautiful. I think I liked the ending. It was a positive ending. Is a good game. Is a very, very good game, which is really why I'm excited to show it off. And my few critiques hopefully don't detract from it. They're just things, they're fine-tuning that I think would be quite nice. Also, why can't we smash this bottle? Smash the vase, but not the bottle. We can't drink it or anything like that. You know what? I'm going to commit the mortal sin of putting the wine in the fridge, and you can't stop me. Maybe you can't stop me if it doesn't fit. There. Now the wine is in the fridge. Now I'm a heathen. Too bad, so sad. That's how it works. And that's it from me. Thank you for watching. I hope this has inspired you to come and play this game and give the devs some love and appreciation, and look for their other games and wish list them if they're on Steam and all of that kind of good stuff. Why is there nothing in this drawer? Put stuff in the drawer. I don't put the comb in the drawer. And then later when I need to comb my hair, I will not be able to find it, and I'll be like, what the hell was I thinking? Yeah, that'll do. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope to see you in the next video, and goodbye.